Hey Broncos country, you probably figured the Denver Broncos were toast down 18 points heading into the fourth quarter against those New York Giants, right? But hold on, that's exactly why this game's a game changer. Broncos about to dominate, new strategy exposed after win to the Giants. We just pulled off the most insane comeback in NFL history, rattling off 33 points in one quarter to snatch a 33-32 victory. And today, I'm going to expose that new hurry-up offense, strategy that flipped the script, break down Bo Nix's heroic drives, and show how this boosts our Denver Broncos playoff chances 2025. I'm your guy from right here in Denver. Been bleeding orange since the Elway days, tailgating at Mile High through blizzards and heartbreaks, and I've dissected every Denver Broncos highlights reel this 2025 season. But wait, there's this one secret tweak Sean Payton made in the huddle that nobody's talking about yet. It's going to make you rethink our entire Denver Broncos offense. What if I told you this win wasn't luck, but the blueprint for Denver Broncos Super Bowl glory? Stick around. Broncos Nation, what's the craziest comeback you've seen in Broncos history? Drop it below, but don't bail now, because the real juice is coming. All right, let's dive into this wild ride, folks. Picture this. It's Week 7 of the Denver Broncos 2025 season, and we're fresh off a grueling London trip, jet-lagged, like we've been hiking Pikes Peak with no oxygen. The Giants come in rested, having played Thursday night, and they're smelling blood. Our Denver Broncos schedule threw us this curveball right after beating the Eagles and Jets. Talk about a tough stretch. But man, Broncos country, this game at Mile High was pure chaos, the kind that reminds you why we love this team. It started ugly, no. Sugarcoating it. First three quarters, we couldn't buy a first down. Bo Nix, our Denver Broncos quarterback, was slinging it 50 times, but drops from our top wide. Receivers like Cortland Sutton and Troy Franklin had us scratching our heads. Denver Broncos offense looked stalled like a truck stuck in Colorado snow. Giants built a 19-0 lead, and you could feel the frustration bubbling in Broncos Nation. Fans at Mile High were restless, some even heading for the exits early. Come on, y'all, we've seen worse, but here's where it gets electric. Entering the fourth, down big, Sean Payton dials up this new hurry-up tempo, and boom, 33. Points erupt like Old Faithful. Bo Nix goes God mode, completing clutch passes, scrambling for TDs, and leading two game-winning drives in crunch time. That final 33 seconds, pure magic. A bogus pass interference call on Riley Moss gives the Giants life, but Bo shakes it off, hits Marvin Mims for a huge gain, and sets up the winner. Denver Broncos highlights from that quarter alone could fill a whole reel. 33 points in one frame would be a solid game total for most teams. And get this, according to Denver Broncos statistics, this is the first time ever a team overcomes an 18-point fourth quarter deficit over a mob. One have done 600 instances in NFL history, and we're the ones who say, nah, not today. Insiders from ESPN were buzzing post-game, calling it the gutsiest win of the Denver Broncos 2025 season. Parker Gabriel from the Denver Post nailed it, going 0-0-0 and then 33 in the fourth. Unheard of. This wasn't against backups either. We outclassed a rested Giant squad, despite our injuries piling up on the Denver Broncos defense. Speaking of which, Vance Joseph's unit stepped up. Huge. Justin Sternad's bluff blitz led to a pick that shifted momentum. And guys like Draymond Jones brought that no-fly zone energy we remember from the glory days. Remember the 2015 squad? This felt like a nod to that Broncos country. Our Denver Broncos players fought through jet lag, a short rest disadvantage. Teams with just 2 extra days off went 6-2 last week as underdogs. Yet here we are on a 4-game win streak, 8 straight at home. Denver Broncos results like this, they build legends. And on Demaryius Thomas Celebration Day, chills. That walk-off vibe echoed his OT touchdown against the Steelers back in the day. If you're 64 or older in Broncos Nation, you know that nostalgia hits hard. From Elway's helicopter to Payton's no-look passes, this game's right up. They're up. But let's not forget the refs' drama. that unsportsmanlike on Payton for being in the huddle? Shades of Bountygate bias, as analysts on NFL Network pointed out. Aaron Glenn did the same last week without a flag. Frustrating, but our boys didn't quit. Zooming in on the nitty-gritty, let's break this Denver Broncos versus Giants. Analysis down play-by-play like we're huddled up at a Loto bar after the game. Kickoff, and the Giants pounce early. Their pass rushers were healthy, swarming. Our Denver Broncos offensive line depth chart, which was already banged up from the London grind. Bo Nix starts with 3 straight passes. Why not lean on the run game sooner? J.K. Dobbins was gashing when we finally handed off, but early drops killed drives. Cortland Sutton, who's in talks for a Cortland. Sutton extension had a rare bobble on a beauty of a throw. Denver Broncos injury. Report updates had us worried. Secondary depth thin, pass rush nursing tweaks. Giants capitalize, hitting crossers and lucky ricochets for TDs, building that 19-0 hole. Halftime tweets from Broncos Nation were wild. Calls to bench Payton, hand play calling to Davis Webb. Even diehards like Zach Stevens retweeted hot takes. But hold up, this is Sean Payton we're talking about, the guy who turns water into wine. Third quarter, more of the same slog. Denver Broncos offense couldn't sustain, and the Giants' rest advantage showed. But as a player yelled in the locker room, this is just like that Raiders game last year. One spark was all we needed. Enter the fourth. Payton unleashes the hurry-up. Bo Nix in. Rhythm, no more batted balls. Marvin Mims explodes as our gadget guy, hauling in first downs when no one else could. Denver Broncos' best touchdown plays? Bo's. Scrambled TD to tie it, then the dagger drive after the PI flag. 50 attempts for our Denver Broncos quarterback, but his fourth quarter stats? Unworldly high. Completion, 0 picks. Dual threat magic. ESPN analysts said it rivaled Prime Elway. And the Denver Broncos defense? Turnovers finally clicked. Jernad's INT was the pivot. We survived penalties, outplayed the Zebras, and sealed it 33-32. Denver Broncos fan reactions post-game, ecstatic, social. Media blew up with mile-high memes, viral moments of Bo's celebration. This win catapults our Denver Broncos standings, top of the AFC West, Chargers reeling. After their loss to the Colts, our 2 losses this year, one on a bogus leverage, call versus Indy, the other a close one, Denver Broncos rivalry history with Chargers looks even sweeter now. Now, here's the thing. This comeback wasn't just grit. It exposed cracks that could haunt us. On the flip side, what if these early struggles are signaling bigger issues in our Denver Broncos 2025 season? All right, Broncos country, let's get real. That win was miraculous, but it masked some ugly truths that have us fans pacing like coyotes in the Rockies. We've all felt that knot in our stomachs during this Denver Broncos 2025 season. The frustration of slow starts, the insecurity of depending on fourth quarter, heroics, the dashed expectations from a team built for more. Remember the hype. Around our Denver Broncos draft picks impact 2025? Rookies, like our Denver Broncos Rookie of the Year candidate stepping up, but injuries linger. Denver Broncos injury report updates show our secondary's depth is razor thin. Riley. Moss got torched early, and that PI call, symptom of a unit that's good, but not elite yet. Denver Broncos defense analysis from Week 7 reveals we allowed too many chunk plays, those crossers eating us alive until the blitz. Adjustments. Insiders whisper Denver Broncos rumors about needing secondary. Help via trade. Our Denver Broncos free agency rumors point to vets on the IR market. Offensively, the pains hit harder. Why 50 passes for Bo Nix when the run game's there? Denver Broncos quarterback controversy isn't full-blown, but whispers of sophomore slump echo. First 3 quarters, he looked pressured, teammates dropping balls, Cortland Sutton solid, but our Denver Broncos top wide receivers 2025 need consistency. Drops from Franklin and Atkins, killer in tight games, and Sean Payton's play calling, genius in crunch time. But why wait? Fans in Broncos Nation vent on social media. We can't keep spotting teams' leads. Denver Broncos social media trends show frustration peaking at halftime with calls for changes. Our Denver Broncos. Offense has firepower, but slow humming worries me. Jet lag from London, short. Rest, sure, but this pattern against Eagles too? Denver Broncos advanced stats. Breakdown shows we're last in first half scoring. Playoff teams don't dig holes. Like this. Plus, the refs' bias? Payton's penalty for huddle stuff, unfair, as NFL. Network analyst noted, Denver Broncos coaching staff news has Payton fired up. But it adds tension, and the Chargers charging early helps. But our Denver Broncos rivalry history with Chiefs and Raiders looms. Tough matchups ahead. Denver Broncos playoff chances 2025 sit at 75% per models, but one injury to Bo, and poof. We've endured lean years post-Manning, and this tease of greatness stings when it's inconsistent. What worries most? Quitting past teams, but this squad showed none. Still, can we start faster? Denver Broncos behind the E-hum. Scenes, locker room vibes are positive, per-player interviews exclusive, but fans crave reliability, and this is where it gets tricky. What if that hurry up isn't sustainable? Hang tight, because I've got insights on fixes that could turn us into beasts. If this deep Denver Broncos analysis is firing you up and giving you that insider edge on our Denver Broncos 2025 season, smash that subscribe button right now. It's free, and you'll get every breakdown first. Quick question. Do you think Bo Nix's hurry-up tempo is the key to unlocking our Denver Broncos Super Bowl run, or are we still missing pieces? Let me know, but don't stop here. The solutions are going to hype you for what's next. Broncos Nation, we've aired the dirty laundry, but now let's talk light. At the end of the tunnel, solutions that could propel this Denver Broncos 2025 season to legendary status. First off, that new hurry-up strategy exposed in the Giants win, it's gold. Sean Payton, drawing from his Saints days, amped the tempo, letting Bo Nix operate like a point guard in the Rockies. Quick decisions, no huddle chaos for defenses. Denver Broncos offensive playbook. Secrets, integrated earlier, mix with run sets. Why? Bo's unstoppable in rhythm. No batted balls, precise throws. Analysts from ESPN say if we start drives with hurry-up bursts, our Denver Broncos statistics for first-half points skyrocket. Pair it with our Denver Broncos offensive line depth chart. Getting healthier, protections hold, Bo scrambles less. On defense, Vance Joseph's bluff blitzes turn the tide. To make that standard, Denver Broncos. Defense strategy 2025. More simulated pressures to force turnovers like our no-fly zone ancestors. Nick Bonito's contract talks heat up with his sacks. Extend him for edge depth. Denver Broncos contract extensions latest could lock in. Cortland Sutton, too, stabilizing our Denver Broncos top wide receivers 2025. Rumors swirl of a trade for secondary help. Denver Broncos trade predictions. Point to a vet corner. Insiders hint at Denver Broncos free agency rumors. Targeting experienced safeties. And injuries? Denver Broncos injury report. Updates show recoveries on track. Full health flips us from good to dominant. Looking ahead, our Denver Broncos schedule favors us. 4 of 5 at Mile High, where we're 8-0 streak. Denver Broncos versus Cowboys preview. Bo versus their secondary. Mismatch city. Denver Broncos. Week 8 game predictions. We roll. Extending the win streak. Beat them. And Denver Broncos playoff chances 2025 hit 90%. Nostalgia fuels this. Channel Demarius' spirit, Elway's grit. Denver Broncos Mile High Stadium experience. Electric with fans packing it. Denver Broncos fan merchandise trends show orange jerseys flying off shelves. Behind the scenes, Payton's resolute player interviews, exclusive reveal team unity. Denver Broncos viral moments 2025, like Bo's TD scramble, build momentum. Rivalries, Denver Broncos, rivalry history Chiefs. We own recent games, Raiders. 2. Chargers analysis shows them fading. Predictions, we clinch the West, make a deep run. Denver Broncos Super Bowl odds improving, advanced stats breakdown. Our A. Plus turnover differential climbs with adjustments. Broncos country, this is our time. No more heartbreaks. Imagine hoisting that trophy at the new Broncos. Stadium talks? Hype. But here's the cliffhanger. What if Payton's got one? More playbook wrinkle for the Cowboys that seals our destiny? Share this with Broncos Nation. Subscribe for exclusive Denver Broncos YouTube videos. Comment your Denver Broncos Week 8 game predictions below. Is Bo Nix MVP? Material? Let's ride this wave together.